dude.
I've gone down some serious YouTube rabbit holes.
Yeah,
I spent like 4 hours once researching this theory about Neanderthals. That this guy, there's one dude that thought that Neanderthals, we have this idea of Neanderthals that they look just like us.
Okay.
And he thinks no. He thinks they probably look more like gorillas, and they probably were covered in hair, and they were probably able to see at night, and they were probably super violent, and they might have hunted us. So he had this whole theory about like these super predator, chimpanzee-looking Neanderthals.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, crazy, dude.
Yeah,
crazy, but most likely not correct. Most people, the real anthropologists that have studied this stuff, like, no. We know some of them had red hair. But red hair could be like orangutans had red hair.
Yep.
But they had giant eyeballs, and they were just very different than us. But close enough that we interbred with them.
Yeah, I got to see this. I mean, like, this type of stuff's super interesting. Like, it's hard for me to get into like fantasy books and stuff like that, but like YouTube videos on like this Neanderthal like kind of theory or whatever.
I've spent so much time just going down rabbit holes.
Brain ticklers.
Yeah, I don't know if it's made me a better person.
It just fucks up your thought process, right? You're just like driving down the street and then have this random thought about,
It'll make for good conversation. I always have like things that I could pull up. Did you know? Because there's always stuff in there.
It's nice to have the friends that kind of are in the same little like, they're open to kind of some of the weird shit, so you can just have fun conversations.
And I have friends that go too far. Like, I'll call Eddie Bravo up and I'll just go, I gotta go.
He's like, dude.
He's so deep. He's so deep in the CIA, MK Ultra, like the deepest of the deep.
Yeah.
He's in that shit all day long. And my friend Kurt Metzger, he's the worst. If I call him up, like, he knows everything about every conspiracy that's ever happened, and he knows all the people that were involved, and he'll start rattling things off to you like, oh my God, you give me anxiety.
Yeah, it probably freaks you out. Yes. I can only imagine. You're like, okay, stop.
It's too much.
Yeah.
Especially today. It's just like, seems like the world could fucking explode at any minute.
Oh, at any minute, dude. What the hell are we living in? That's why I guess it's better to just kind of, you got to put a stop to, like, what we consume, or like what information we want to like let into our brains. Because Jesus,
there's was it Avi Levinovich? Is that the guy that was on the podcast that talked about? He has a great phrase. He we have processed food is bad for you, ultra processed food. This is processed information.
Yeah.
And that's the way he described it. It's like, oh yeah, it's like junk food for your brain. It's like you're eating snacks,
man,
instead of like taking in a meal.
Yeah, that's so crazy.